Hello, and welcome to page 62 of my graphic novel of comic strips titled Found Earth. Chugging right along, almost done. We're 4 pages away from being done, 3 pages. 65 is the last page. Math isn't my thing, I draw pictures. So, welcome to page 62. We're fast approaching Christmas, and I wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'll probably get a chance to do that again next week. I may or may not have another video. I may have to skip a week. I don't know what's going to happen because there are presents to wrap, and there are places to go, and people to see, and things to do. So, things that are going on in this page. The Angel is frustrated and confronting the other robots who are taken aback by the Angel's aggressiveness due to his frustration. I think my favorite part of the page is the interaction between robots 2 and 3, where they jump into each other's arms, and one of them looks down and says, "I think I dripped oil." That was not written in the original script, and it was something that I added at the last minute. You'll find that as this goes on, I start adding things that I think are funny as side jokes off to the side, so that it stays interesting for me, and it adds to some of the humor for everybody else who's listening to or watching the page, reading the page. Whew! I'm trying to do this all in one take because I have about 5 minutes left. It's a lot of fun to do this. The robots are starting to take on personalities of their own. They're starting to get easier to draw. I'm being less mechanical about the whole thing. They're becoming a little more organic. It's not by design, it just sort of happened, I guess. That's what happens when you get used to drawing things over and over and over again. I guess that's how style develops. So, we're well on our way. Other things that I've been doing. I've taken on some commissions with the painting. I've been doing these little splatter action paintings that have some imagery on them, mostly comic book figures. I did a Rick and Morty painting, which turned out pretty good, and the people that received it loved it. It was a Christmas gift for somebody, and they just couldn't hold on to it anymore, so I got a attaboy from that. Let's see, this past week I did, yesterday, because I filmed this on Monday, Sunday morning, I did a Raven from Teen Titans, and that turned out really, really well, and I'm impressed with it, and I think that I'm going to collect these and maybe sell them as a picture book or a book of paintings, and also scan them and possibly sell them as prints, I think. I'm not sure where to go to offer them or to get them done, but it will give me something else to sell when I get to the point that I'm doing Comic Cons. I'm on page 38 of volume 2 as I'm recording this. I would be on page 39, but life got in the way. It's December, it happens. We just accept it and move on. Sometimes things don't go according to schedule. Maybe that's a good lesson. You gotta roll with the punches sometimes. Don't get too frustrated about the surprises like the Angel and the comic book pages, and then you gotta roll with the punches like when you're working on something long term and other things come up and you maybe have to put something off for just a little bit and then get back into the routine. However, you have to be aware that you've broken the schedule, you've broken the routine. So you have to try extra hard to get back on it after the break is over. You have to make sure that you get back on the routine. Otherwise, you've broken the routine and you take a week off, or you only get half of something done that you normally get all the way done, and then you start to get in the routine of not getting the routine done. So these are all things to think about as special things happen. You don't want to schedule too many of them in a row. Like, you don't want to have Christmas one week, Comic-Con the next weekend, something else the next weekend. You want to keep things, for these long-term projects, you want to keep some semblance of normalcy, as close to it as possible. If you want to do all kinds of special things, maybe a long-term project isn't quite for you. You just have to be aware of yourself. Know that no matter what breaks it up, even if it's for a whole month, it's going to take another month or two to get back on the schedule, back in the routine. So my favorite part of this page was the part where one of the robots jumps up into the other one's arms and says, I think I dripped oil. It comes from another cartoon. I can't take full credit for that, but I put it in that situation because it's funny, and I don't know where it came from. I think it came... You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of Finding Nemo, where they scare the little squid guy, and he goes, oh, you made me ink. I think that's what I was thinking of when I did this. I don't know. Things come from the recesses of my mind. And that's often how creativity goes, I guess. At least it does with me. So anyway, I wanted to thank both Scott and Joe for their contributions, for helping out. Merry Christmas to everybody. Try to take some time. Remember the people you love. Remember the people who love you. Remember the neighbor next door who doesn't have anybody. Do something nice for somebody this month. Do something nice for somebody who can't do anything for you. And just spread a little love. And if you can bring yourself to do it, try to do it once a month for all of 2019. Or all of the year that you're listening to this in, because it's the internet and it goes on forever. So whatever year you're in, try to do something nice for somebody who can't do anything for you in return once a month. There's a routine. That's an addiction you can get behind. So the credits for the music are in across the bottom of the page. If anybody wants to make some music, make some sounds, send me some files, I'll be more than happy to put them in the next video, or in perpetuity, and give you credit for it at the bottom, just wordless, so that I can talk over top of it. So, Merry Christmas, in case I don't get to talk to you again. Happy New Year. I'll definitely get to talk to you before that. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.